Hello guys and welcome back to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, if you don't remember, we discovered the body of Chihiro, unfortunately, and in this episode we're going to begin the investigation into Chihiro's murder. First of all, I'd better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Hey, Makoto. Do you have a second? Huh? Did you need something from me? Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know. So what did you need? I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh? I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, you seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So, you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though. Now then, shall we get started? But, we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. So he's gonna kind of be our partner during this investigation, just kind of following us around, or I guess technically we're following him around and, you know, tell us what to investigate and stuff like that, and he'll be kind of important to this case. Let's examine the body first. I can feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body. But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. This looks to be the murder weapon because it has a ton of blood on it. And if it's not the weapon, then it's at least very important. A blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon? I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Also, I think we can investigate this blood stain over here. Fresh blood stain on the carpet. Doesn't seem too important, though. We also have this poster, which seems very familiar. This poster's got some blood on it. Must have happened during the murder. Makoto doesn't say anything about it at the moment, though. I use this locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her. But still, I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late? You know, or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night? Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. So yeah, Chihiro has been acting weird about the locker rooms in general. Like, you'll remember how she didn't want to go into the locker rooms earlier when the pool first got introduced. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl, after all. Most girls aren't that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh? Already? New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. So pushy. Got caught up with the wrong person this time. So I think Byakuya kind of adds an interesting sort of mix-up here to the investigation. Because with Chapter 1, you could investigate a lot more things in, like, different orders and stuff like that. Like, you could go talk to Hina in the dining room, or you could investigate the room, or you could check out the trash room, or talk with people in the hallway, or talk with people in the gym and stuff like that. Whereas this kind of has Byakuya dragging us along, and I think it's kind of interesting. It is a good way of like switching up the pacing and flow of the investigation. So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation. Figure it out yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Let's see. I don't think there's anything actually in this room unless I'm misremembering. How about in here? That's not even the scene of the crime, idiot. Okay, fine. How about this? If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right? Now I remember this. Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together. You called for me? Has he been domesticated? It seems that Makoto has a question for you. Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader. Yes, all the card readers have been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door's unlocked, correct? If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct? Correctly correct. Okay, you know that scene from Yakuza Kiwami where Kiri is getting shot at by an enemy, and so he grabs another guy and like holds him in front of him as like a meat shield or something like that? I wonder if you could like, this is morbid, but I wonder if you could like get into another locker room that way. Just like have someone open it and then like grab them and use them as like a meat shield, although I guess technically that would make you the Blacken, because you did in a way kill them. Alright, so I guess I solved my own question. That means only girls can go in the girls' locker room and vice versa. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means, hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there. As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right? Man, if I had a nickel for every time Makoto had an assistant who could just straight up read his mind. And good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is completely fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So, you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things. Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on, you're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so, So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest in your own damn self. Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fail you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. Main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. I recently played Metal Gear Solid for the first time, and I know that it's like a joke on the internet about how much the protagonist of that game, Solid Snake, repeats everything that the person he's talking to says. And now that I have that game on my mind, playing these games and having the characters do the exact same thing is kind of funny to me. I imagine, like, when I'm reading the line in my head, I imagine Solid Snake's voice. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. No wait, there's 3 of them. But what are they doing here? So, you finally found them. Huh? Did you know that these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then, these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Of course it's Sayaka's that Makoto grabs. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. I think I might be going a bit too nasally with Byakuya's voice. Like, it's just like barely on the edge of almost going into like a Squidward voice. And you should pay close attention to the regulations. The answers have been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Yeah, we read this before. I got it. I see. Yeah, now I understand. Hold on a second. What's wrong? That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right? It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs? The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault. Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, intelligent, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did. If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does. But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks. And then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on. Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then, you really think? You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro? Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case, and I have a basis to believe that, I assure you. Genocide Jack is one of us. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right? There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping. Are you saying the exact same thing? It's the exact same dialogue! Still, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. There's something that will prove it, and I can show you. Was that line meant to be a Byakuya line, the words mean little right now line? Because that sounds like something Byakuya would say. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need. Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence. Does something like that really... Ah! Hey, you two! Big trouble. We need your help. We're busy. Leave us alone. But it's an emergency. Emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me. Such an annoying girl. This is a serious emergency. Please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency. An emergency? What happened? Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya? Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure? Don't make me repeat myself. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina. It looks like she headed to the dorms, to Toko's room most likely. You're right! You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff. We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Hurry up and do it. Okay, pushy. I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently. When I hear swung open, it feels like a intense movement, you know? Like, I guess swinging is just the motion it does, but I feel like when I hear the door swung open, it's just like someone's bursting through the door. So it's weird to have that contrasted with slowly and silently. Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me. Just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time, when I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door, but it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? I think I know a guy. Hey Byakuya, do you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean. Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments... And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on! Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise? Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her. Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. And we're going to find out what that room is in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Danganronpa.